it's no denying there's a big age gap between you. He lent into the fact that he thinks his biggest strength. Do you think that could be somewhat of an undoing if he's thinking that you're not up to it just purely based on age?
Absolutely. I've been sparring guys his age and younger, with more experience and better fighters, to be perfectly honest, and matching up quite well. So if that's his A game, he's going to struggle with it.
What about this camp? Obviously, you're a little bit older, you're a little bit wiser from your other two fights. What have you learned going into this camp?
Well, we've gone pretty hard. We haven't sort of been calculated because of the age. We've gone hard, and if my body breaks down, it's not meant to be. That's how we've gone about it. We've done every single thing that we can that any young person would. So to tick all those boxes off and come in with a pretty clear mind that I've done absolutely everything and there's been no stone unturned, it's quite refreshing going into fight week.
I know you don't want to talk about it, Gal doesn't want to talk about it, but there is a massive opportunity at stake for both you and or Curtis. The victor goes the spoils. The potential matchup with Sonny for him, a potential matchup with Gallen, if that's a possibility. Is that something you're eyeing off, or is it just purely Curtis Scott?
It's purely Curtis right now. I'd be lying if I didn't say that the grand scheme of things was to look at those other names down the track, but if I don't beat Curtis Scott, it stops for me. My boxing is finished, so I've got no currency really. So I've been humble and respectful and fighting all these big challenges in my first two boxing fights, and maybe I needed to be a bit more gimmicky and a bit less humble, and sell fights a bit more and take a few more easy ones, because it hasn't served me very well, So, but the chips are down for this one. I need to win this one and to move forward. If I don't, the train stops, as I said.
And with Curtis, what happens if you beat Curtis Scott? What happens to the Curtis Scott train?
Well, and that's a question I posed only a week ago, is where do you go from there? I don't see where he goes. Like, I'm 47 years of age and you've just been beaten by someone that age. It's a tough sell, and I'm not sure. You have to go back to the start, I guess. Certainly big fights won't be on the horizon right away, but you have to build yourself back up.
And a few weeks ago, he was on a podcast. He was talking about, he's coming into his prime now, probably as a footballer, but also now as a boxer, because he's taken it seriously. Is that the mindset that he has to have coming into a fight against you? That he has to go all in?
Yeah, he has to go all in. We've seen his first two fights and they've been exactly the same, the way he fights. So we know what he's going to do. Nothing dramatically overnight is going to change. He's going to turn into this fantastic boxer with all this knowledge and boxing ring IQ. We know what he's going to come in the ring with. And he's in his prime of his life. He should come in with that confidence, but it's when he walks out of the ring with me is going to be the big factor. Is okay, I'm in the prime of my life, and did I complete or finish that guy that's 47 years of age? That's going to be the questions he's got to ask.
What did you make of Curtis's comments that there's a chance he would have been playing Origin this year if he didn't shift to boxing this year? Did you see those comments?
No, I didn't. I could have been the Prime Minister of Australia, but I probably never will. I don't know. I don't follow rugby league. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I could have been a way better AFL player, but I wasn't. So
Pretty good.
I was okay. I could have been better. I could have been Brownlow medalist and 8-time premiership player, but I wasn't.
And I guess just lastly on Paul Gallen, he's obviously decided to chirp up a bit ahead of this fight. What did you make of his little Instagram post from yesterday?
Well, I didn't see. I've only heard off the grapevine, but it's strange for a guy who stopped talking about me. Wants to be in the conversation all the time and throw shade at people. So I'm not really going to talk about him anymore because he has to SOOK about it. But when the time's right, I will.